Now, before we get started, I just want to say thanks so much for the support on the last video, but I also want to thank you to Dubby for sponsoring this video. Dubby Energy is great, it has lots of flavors coming out, and they sent me a pack to try out with their tasters. We have a blend of the finest blue raspberries and a blend of fruit punch. We got big energy tears and push and punch flavors, but we also had the Cali cream, which is kind of like a orange creamsicle type vibe, which is really good. That was the first one I tried. I would say definitely go over there. Dubby Energy, thank you for sponsoring this video, and if you use the code CKComedy today, you can get 10% off your first order and future orders as well. So go to dubby.com and use the code CKComedy in your checkout to get 10% off. Thanks so much for Dubby Energy. Now into today's video. All right, so we have dealt with this stuff in the past before. As you saw in the last video, I kind of just gave up and went into some facts about life that I didn't know, and I had no fucking clue about. And now we're gonna go again. We're gonna do a second run through of this stuff. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and start with some wasps, huh? Some wasps. Here we go. The world's smallest wasp is smaller than an amoeba. Aren't amoebas the smallest thing and smallest living thing? How can that be? Am I just dumb? I thought amoebas were the smallest thing possible. I'm not even gonna try and pronounce that. This is no. The wasp has the same body parts as any other bug, but it is a fifth of a millimeter long, making it smaller than most amoebas, which are made of just one cell. Wow. Okay. Next one. Some single-celled organisms are bigger than a wasp. We're back to the wasps again. Two can play that game. Again with these scientific terms. I don't know how the fuck you say that. I give up on these scientific terms. Say this. See this word right here? Say these two words together and let me know what you come up with, because I'm gonna butcher it other way. The thing is made out of one cell that can grow up to 12 inches long. So you're telling me there are things that are bigger and smaller than a wasp. Wow. So interesting. Okay. Most likely stands for fake words. What? Okay. What? In the 1830s, people jokingly spelled abbreviations incorrectly. One of the most famous, all correct, turned into oral correct. Oral correct? Keep talking. Historians think it stuck because Martin Van Buren, known as Old Kinderhook, after his hometown in New York, supporters called themselves the OK Club when he was campaigning for re-election. So OK just got going because this Van Buren guy was known as Old Kinderhook, and his supporters just kept on being like OK as an abbreviation. I don't like that. Let's go back for OK being originally oral. OK stands for oral correct. That sounds a lot better. I'm gonna start telling people that. I don't care. The Eiffel Tower was originally intended for Barcelona. Ugh. Okay. The Spanish city thought the design was quote-unquote too ugly. Listen, Paris, France, I didn't say it, Barcelona did, okay? Barcelona said this. These are facts, not coming from me, okay? So Gustave Eiffel pitched it to Paris instead, as a temporary landmark during its 1889 International Exposition. French critics didn't like it much either, though. The staple of Paris, France. You guys didn't even want it to begin with. Well, it's good to know that even the French didn't like their most prized possession. Fantastic. Queen Elizabeth II's cows sleep on waterbeds. You trying to fucking tell me that cows sleep better than I do most nights? That's bullshit, okay? The fact that these cows get water beds from the queen, and here I am laying on a queen. There wouldn't be, it would be nice to just, get a water bed and to feel the smooth motions of the water underneath my body. Okay? I wouldn't mind a water bed every now and then. I love my queen, I love my bed, but at the end of the day, sometimes it gives me back problems, okay? British military tanks are equipped to make tea. This is the most British thing I've ever heard of. You love tea that much that you were forcing your military to make it inside of tanks. That's fucking ridiculous. There's a boiling vessel inside so crew can make tea and coffee anytime, including during battle. How frightfully English. That's what I'm fucking saying. That is the most English thing I've ever heard of. Are you telling me the English military are just in the middle of battlefield doing this shit? Us chaps are gonna be right over here. I'm just gonna be spotting a little bit of tea. Do you want some? No.
Jimmy, can you start the kettle, go in the tank, and pour us a little bit of tea, will you? Cheers. Thank you. Continue with your shooting.
And that's it. That's all they would do.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I mean, maybe it wouldn't go exactly that way, but the fact that they have the capabilities inside the tank to just make tea and coffee whenever they want, I feel like we should give our military taco trucks. Or food trucks, if that's the fucking case.
No? Am I wrong? I feel like that should be fair.
Researchers once turned a live cat into a telephone. Okay, let's read. Princeton researchers Ernest Weaver and Charles Bray took out a cat's skull and most of its brain to connect the animal to electricity. When they spoke into the cat's ear, the sound could be heard through a phone receiver in the other room. The twisted experiment paved the way for cochlear implant developments. So the reason, or maybe not the reason, but a big reason that we have cochlear implant developments today is because of these guys making a cat, a dead cat, into a telephone at some point. Well, if that's not science, I don't know what is. Before toilet paper was invented, Americans used to use corn cobs. What? Corn cobs. Corn cobs? Are you kidding me? I know there wasn't that many options back then, but at least use the husk. I mean, there's the leaves, the skin, the husk on the corn. Why use the cob? Why use the cob? Why? What's the reason? What's the reason? Why use a corn cob out of all the things you could use? I don't get it. That is disgusting. That's like the first dildo. You're sticking a whole cob in your ass. In your ass. Why? Why? Alternatively, they used periodicals like the Farmer's Almanac, which was designed with a hole so it could hang in outhouses. Necessity is the mother of invention, after all. No, it's not. You could use the husk, for God's sake. Hell, there's so many other options. You could use cabbage, lettuce, fucking, I don't know, like, I mean, there wasn't that many options back in the day before, toilet paper was invented. I get it, but like, the leaves off of a tree, I've heard people like shit in the woods and they had nothing, so they had to like just use leaves and nature. Why can't you do that? Why did you have to go for a whole corn cob? Why? This is the most disturbing one we've had to read yet. I mean, last time we had to deal with whale tongues being 12,000 pounds. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. We started off with wasps, and now we're at people using corn cobs in their ass toilet paper. And I can only imagine them just drilling it around like a... Moving on. There's only one Shell gas station shaped like a shell. Well, this just looks like a fucking museum. This just looks kind of stupid, because I can only imagine that like when Shell gas stations came out, or Shell Corporation came out, they probably did make it like this, and then they were like, well, this isn't fucking working, and then they just canceled it. And then because like now we have just regular gas stations that have Shell on the fucking face of it, whereas before I wouldn't be surprised if they started off with this fucking thing and then they were just like, nobody's coming to see us. Well, yeah, because fucking the building's a shell. Nobody wants to go to a building that looks like a fucking shell. People are probably walking in this fucking thing expecting seafood. The shortest commercial flight in the world is in Scotland. How sure are we talking about here? Like 5 minutes? 10 minutes? If it's less than like 5 minutes, then I'd be surprised. Yes, it's true. Scottish regional airline Loganair operates the shortest commercial flight in the world between the islands Westray and Papa Westray, a distance of 1.7 miles, which is scheduled for 90 seconds. 90 seconds? What's the point of taking it then? World between the islands Westray and Papa. So they're islands, so there's water in between. Just take a fucking boat, my guy. Take a boat, take a ferry, something. There's no need for you to go ahead, be on a plane for 90 seconds. I was expecting like a few minutes, not seconds. 90 seconds? What's the point of paying for a flight? The letter Q doesn't appear in any state name. Holy shit. It doesn't. Can we just sneak it into like the word Mexico and just be MEXIQCO and just fucking start gaslighting the entire world? Can we do that? That'd be fun. Scotland has more than 400 words for snow. 400 words? You can't just pick one? Why do you need 400? Why do you need like, we've got probably like 5 and you have 400. Why? In Scotland, yes, there are more than 400 words for snow. There are 421 to be exact. 421? Are you insane? It'd be a lot cooler if it was 420. That is stupid. Scotland, I love you. You're a part of me. You're a part of my family. But that is stupid. You can't just start making up words. No, don't do it. Stop. The next time I see this, it better stay at 421. There are 5 countries in the world that don't have airports. Vatican City, San Marino, Monaco, Liechtenstein, and Andorra somehow make it work. So all 5 of these countries don't have an airport? How are you gonna get out? Yes, bleach expires. Did you know that household bleach expires? It's news to us too. This home cleaning product lasts about 6 months. That's really good to know, the expiry date and all, but if it goes bad and it stops working after 6 months, my question is, after the 6 months, can I drink it? Cars can easily reach 140 degrees Fahrenheit. Now, for those who don't know, I live in Canada. In Canada, we grew up with Celsius. But I grew up on Border City, and we dealt with a lot of American culture, including dealing with Fahrenheit as well. And so I understand this. But for the rest of my Canadian friends and family who don't understand, basically, your car can get up to 60 degrees Celsius. 60 degrees Celsius. Also known as 140 degrees Fahrenheit, but that is insane. Don't stay in your car in the summertime, okay? Why'd you put it in quotes? Vegetables don't really exist. You wanna run that by me again? I feel fucking duped, hoodwinked, lied to. This is fucking bullshit. My whole life is a fucking lie. Nobody fucking told me this. Did you know this? I didn't fucking know this. Who told you? Who fucking told you? Tell me the truth. Did somebody tell you about these fucking veggies? Professional chefs and home cooks may use the word vegetable to describe everything from asparagus and broccoli to zucchini and yams. But it turns out the term has no scientific value. When the BBC asked botanist Wolfgang Stuppy of the Royal Botanic Gardens if vegetables really exist, he answered no, not botanically. The term vegetable doesn't exist in botanical terminology. So you're telling me technically, the term vegetable, this, and this, those don't exist. That's not a thing. These are not things. We should just fucking change the word then. If we're not using the term vegetable, if it's not a real thing, then fucking change it. Change it to like, I don't know, what's this guy's name? Wolfgang Stuppy? Call them Stuppies. Yeah, fruits and Stuppies. Hey man, what's your favorite type of Stuppy? My favorite type of Stuppy is probably broccolis and potatoes. Oh, no shit, I like broccolis and potatoes too. My favorite type of Stuppy is probably an onion though. See, there you go. I just made up a fucking word, just like whoever the fuck made up the word vegetable apparently. Your brain uses up around 20% of your body's blood and oxygen. So where's the other fucking 80% going? Is it just chilling there? Is it just stagnant? Where's the rest? Just fucking like in our organs, in our dicks? What's that? Giraffes hum to each other at night to make sure their herd stays together. I like how they use this picture for the fucking giraffe. Like, this guy's the leader. And here he is sticking out his tongue, looking all derpy, like he looks like the fucking David Schwimmer version of the giraffe from Madagascar. My glass has a mustache on it. Miss Piggy was originally named Piggy Lee. You gotta be kidding. Piggy Lee? Miss Piggy has been a fan favorite ever since she made her debut on The Muppet Show in 1976. But it turns out that before she was introduced to the world, she went by another name. In 2014, Time reporter and a 40-year-old note in a pair of photos from the character's creator, Jim Henson, showed that Miss Piggy's name was initially Piggy Lee. Although we know that she famously fell for Kermit the Frog in the photos, she's seen with a character named Hamilton Pig. After reading this, the only thing I got from this article was that Kermit got Hamilton sloppy seconds. Alright, we're just gonna go into a rapid fire because I read a lot of these already, so we're just gonna have one after another, and just get my initial reaction instead of me talking. Okay, here we go. Nobody knows how to open the entire vault of Fort Knox. How the fuck do you get shit in there? Squirrels can cause most power outages in the US. That's nuts. Children of identical twins are genetically siblings, not cousins. What? Cousins whose parents are identical twins share 25% of their DNA. While full siblings share 50% of their DNA, half siblings share 25%. That's why, though children of identical twins are legally cousins, they are genetically the equivalent of half siblings. Huh, holy shit. The Goodyear blimp is the official bird of Redondo Beach, California. It's not even a fucking bird. There's an entire holiday dedicated to what would happen if cats and dogs had opposable thumbs. What's that even fucking mean? Costco sells enough toilet paper per year to wrap around the world 1,200 times. You know what, that I believe. There's a lot of fucking toilet paper every time I go down that fucking aisle, and I don't even know which one to pick because they always call me huge fucking pins. Numophobia is the fear of not having a mobile phone. Oh my god, this is the most fucking like Gen Z shit I've ever heard. Stop. Are you fucking kidding me? Ladybugs defend themselves by bleeding from their knees. How's that gonna defend you? You're crippling yourself. Ladybugs, get it together. Bamboo grows so fast it's measured in miles per hour. Okay, good to know. The next time I'm pulled over by a cop, I'm gonna tell them how much bamboo I've just driven. The Last Supper originally showed Jesus' feet, but they were cut off to make a doorway. I don't know how offensive that is, but it was a nice door. Alice in Wonderland syndrome is a condition that makes people feel larger or smaller than they actually are. You hear that, buddy? You have Alice in Wonderland syndrome. Now get it right. The world's smallest McDonald's was designed for bees. A McDonald's for bees. They don't like fucking burgers, my guy. Sorry to burst your bubble, sweetheart, but they enjoy honey, okay? They're fucking bees. The inventor of the Pringles can is buried in one. Well, I'm just gonna stick to Lay's. Bubble wrap was originally intended to be wallpaper. Now, if that was true, that'd be the funnest fucking thing of wallpaper. I mean, eventually you would run out of bubbles to pop, but imagine getting into fights and just pushing somebody into the wall or punching the wall and you just get that satisfying, just... Shake it, shake it, shake it. It nearly takes 2 days for a human to discharge a Lego through their body. So how long would it take if I swallowed a whole Harry Potter set? Napoleon Bonaparte once lost a battle to a horde of bunnies. Now that's just fucking funny. I mean, imagine being so small and pathetic. I mean, everybody knows that he was a short king, but he won so many battles. He was very successful as a conqueror and as a leader, but he lost to a horde of bunnies. You suck, Napoleon. You suck, dick. Cold cuts are safer when they're hot. I've been trying to tell this to people for years. They are better when they're hot, when they're cooked, when they're in the oven or just coming out fresh. Cold cuts? No. Peter the Great imposed a beard tax. Imagine if that was today where you got charged extra and you had to pay more taxes for just having facial hair. I mean, I, unfortunately, would have to pay a lot of taxes because I've had this thing since I was like 22. And so I would probably be out of more money than I am. So that's, it's great. Fantastic. That's enough. I don't want to read more into this. If you guys like this video, be sure to comment, like, and subscribe, and let me know if you want to make more of these videos. More weird facts about life and about the past. Let me know in the comments and description. You guys can find me on Instagram at I_am_voices. You can find me on Twitch at IAM_voices with a capital V. And be sure to go ahead and order yourself some Dubby, whether that is merchandise, whether that is the drink packages, or even a shaker. You know, they got some nice flavors, some nice stuff up on Dubby. Be sure to go ahead and use your code CKComedy for 10% off on your order, and you will get yourselves a great deal, beautiful deal, amazing deal. You gotta go Dubby.com. It's a great deal, amazing deal, fantastic deal, got a great deal. But you guys have a good one, and if you don't like the video, grab your neighbor's dog and pick its nose, alright? Have a good one.